touchdown, and that's the 13 points Northview got. Offense, it just sputtered. They just have had a hard time getting it going, and tonight they're going to have to click and get the thing going. Jim Hughes indicated this morning they may have to put the ball up more than usual.
I'm sure that they worked some on their offense. Well, I'm sure they worked a lot on their offense this week, Durwood, after losing to Northview. So I would suspect that when it came Monday morning or Monday afternoon, they started working on offense.
Well, there's some other big region games going on. Tift County, Coffee County playing tonight. Both those teams with no losses in the region. Big game. Those two teams, by the way, are tied for number 7 in the rankings in the state in Quad 8. Mm-hmm. So one of those tonight is going to find themselves dropping the other way, and one of them is going to probably moving up in the rankings. Valdosta, we said, ranked number 1.
I think Valdosta won the toss, and they deferred to the second half, so the Packers are going to handle the ball first, and that's a typical Valdosta. Nope. Maybe it's the other way around. I forgot. Anyway, whoever won the toss deferred and to the second half.
Well, Valdosta's receiving, so if what you said is just right, then the Packers won the toss and deferred.
We just glanced down there and saw a hand on the Valdosta man, and we assumed they had won the toss, but I believe the Packers must have won the toss.
We're going to be set here in just a minute, Don.
All right. The pregame show has been brought to you by Bass Pharmacy, located in the hospital complex. Richard and Beth Bass and the folks there invite you to come out and let them help you with all your medicine needs, your prescription needs, and they'll be glad to see you and to serve you at Bass Pharmacy. Almost time for our kickoff, and the game sponsors bringing you the broadcast of all of the home games of the Colquitt County Packers, the Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Southern Coffee Products, Sullivan Manufactured Housing, King's Jewelry and Shoes, by Ken Isaac's Paint and Body Shop, by the Dairy Queen Brazier. Also brought to you in part by the Athletic Addict, Sunset Plaza, by Wide Track Dam, the Tire Man at Gay's Tire Service, and by American Banking Company, serving you downtown Moultrie, the Quitman Highway, and Endurance. Here's your play-by-play announcer, Durwood Dominic.
Well, Donnie, it's that time again, the annual Valdosta Wildcats visiting the Colquitt County Packers. And Tony DeRosso, as we said, will be kicking off. Marcus Bradley normally kicks off, and normally a running back for the Colquitt County Packers has been suspended and will not be playing tonight. So Tony DeRosso will be kicking off. John Bell back deep to receive, along with Nokia McMullen and Tommy Speed for the Valdosta Wildcats. So from Backthorpe Stadium, the Colquitt County Packers and the Valdosta Wildcats. Tony DeRosso approaches it. Here's the kick, low kick. Hits about the 18, gets down, picks up about the 10, to 15, to 20, 25, 30, right up the middle. Somebody finally hits him, brings him down at about the 35-yard line. John Bell, the man on reception. Greg Bright, the linebacker for the Colquitt County Packers, makes the stop. Split backs behind him back there. He's going to have 2 wide receivers out. Kicks the ball, hands off to the first man through the fullback. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard, and that's about it. That was David Williams. Stopped by Jack Hall. So on the play there, he only picked up, well, they're going to give him about a yard and a half on the play. We'll call it 2 and call it 2nd down and 8. So they try to run it right up the middle on the Packer defense.
Valdosta will run it if they can, and if they have to, they will throw the ball, but they prefer to run.
Again, send 2 wide receivers out, split the back. David Williams, one of the running backs. This time the handoff with the crossbuck. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Alfred Barnes, the running back, stopped there by James Stansel. So Valdosta trying to move it up the middle, Donnie.
They're fixing to throw the football now. They got 3rd and long, and probably some kind of little trick play, a little screen pass out to the side.
3rd down. Long 7 for the first down. Ball resting just about the 37-yard line of the Valdosta Wildcats. Just underway from Backthorpe Stadium's 10 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score. This time Valdosta sends 3 receivers out, 2 to the far side, 1 single back behind the quarterback, Everson. Everson going back to pass, looking left. Now trying, here's he going to be, somebody had a hand on him, he got loose, another hand, he's going to be sacked back at the 25-yard line. Good defense by the Packers back there. Jay Weiss along with number 90 on the play back there, Alan Dawson. It is, there's still no sign, but they're retreating, and they say, yes, it is. Now they're going to wave the flag off, I believe. Wave the flag off, so it's going to bring up 4th down for Valdosta and about 18 yards for the first down, and they're going to have to shift into a punting situation. Back deep to receive for the Packers. Well, Wayne Devane's going to kick it for the Wildcats. Here's the snap and the kick. High kick. Dexter Polite back. He's having to retreat. It hits. It bounces across the 20, bouncing down, and now it's going to be down at about the 18-yard line. Good kick by Devane. Puts the backers back at their own 18.
Where it first hit, we'd have been about 20 yards better off.
Jeremy Merritt. Two receivers on the far side. Split backs behind the quarterback. Handed off to the first back three. He's hit. It's Omar Reed. He's going to get up maybe to just across the 19, maybe picks up a yard, yard and a half, and that's about all. So the Packers trying to open as Valdosta did, right up the middle. The linebacker Marcus Williams we talked about, that you'll hear his name a lot, was the man on the stop. See a number of recruiters up here. John Reeves from the University of Florida. Frank Orgles here from the University of Georgia. So a lot of people recruiting these guys. Looking at them close tonight. Dexter Polite comes out of the ball game, or comes out as a wide receiver on this side. Split the backs behind Jeremy Merritt. They hand the back off to the back. He gets across the 20 up to about the 21-yard line. Very little gain on the play. Going to bring up about third down and 7 for the first down. Omar Reed, the young man, on the carry again. Going into the ball game now is Heath Mock as a receiver. He's bringing the play in from the sideline. Dexter Polite, Don, is going to come out.
Well, we got third and long now, and I would assume that we may put it up or maybe a draw play, Durwood. Let's see.
Well, we got Tony DeRosso and Heath Mock coming out wide to the left. Quarterback Jeremy Merritt going back. Hands the ball off to Omar Reed. Omar's hit right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and the Valdosta Wildcat defense, led by Sebastian Davis, makes the stop. This Valdosta Wildcat defense has not given up a touchdown in 22 consecutive quarters. That's 5.5 ball games. So they're tough. And now Cliff Henry back standing about the 8-yard line to punt it away for the Packers. Back deep to receive will be Tommy Speed and Jason Jelks. Here's a snap. Gets it off. High kick, but very short. Ball's going to hit and takes a Packer bounce back towards them and is going to be down all the way back at the 28-yard line of the Packers. Is only a 7-yard punt. Went high and it hit and rolled back toward the Packers, and it kind of bounced around for anybody. They just overran it and had the cleavers out. Going back, looking on the pitch to the... They fumble. It's on the ground. Let's see who can get it.
Packers got it.
Packers may have the ball. They do. They tried to pitch it to the back, pitched it wide, and the Packers were able to recover it. Bobby Lee Hill makes the recovery, so the Packers get the first break of the night.
Valdosta, Durwood, turned it over. They put it on the ground, I think, an interception, and 6 fumbles last week. They had 7 last week and turned it 4 of those 7 over.
Jack Hall was actually the man that made the recovery there, along with James Weeks. So the Packers now have a benefit of a break. The ball resting at the 32-yard line of the Packers. 1st and 10. 2 receivers near side. Split backs. Jeremy Merritt keeps it, trying to come left. He's going to be sacked back all the way back at the 27-yard line. Just could not get outside at all.
Durwood, as the Colquitt County Packers trying to run the ball, just like Valdosta has tried to run the ball, have had no success thus far.
Well, both teams, I guess, trying to fill each other out. Both of them, and Valdosta already shown you. It's a lot of jitters out here when these two teams play, and Valdosta's already turned it over. It's 2nd down now, and about 15 for the first down. Dexter Polite back in the ball game. 2 receivers far side. Going back to pass. Merritt looks on the right side, throws it down there. Incomplete, intended for Polite out there. Packers. Heath Mock checks back in.
You put it up on 2nd down and 15. You almost going to have to put it up again on 3rd down and 15, Durwood.
Coming wide. Tony DeRosso. Far side, Heath Mock. Back split behind the quarterback, Jeremy Merritt. On the draw play, gives it back to Omar Reed. Omar's drugged down from behind at about the 29-yard line, so it didn't fool anybody there. He only got a couple of yards before Franklin Wiseman makes the stop. And again, Cliff Henry will have to check in to punt it away for the Packers. Cliff with only a 7-yard punt net on his first attempt. Jason Jelks back deep to receive along with Tommy Speed. Standing about their own 30-yard line. Here's the snap. Henry kicks it. This one's a little better. Ball's going to be taken at about the 35-yard line. Across the 40. He's going to be hit as he gets to about the 45 and falls forward to about the 46-yard line. So Valdosta now working good field position from their own 46-yard line. Troops for Valdosta high out on the field. In the approach, they have two receivers, two back split behind Everson. Going back to pass. Looking, throws it out there. Low and incomplete at about the 47-yard line of the Packers. Steve Everson. Steve breaks the huddle. Again, same formation. Send two receivers wide. Back split behind him. Again, this time he's rolling left on the pitch to the back. He's going to be hit for about a 3 or 4 yard loss back about the 47-yard line. Greg Bright shot through there, the linebacker, to stop David Williams for about a 3-yard loss on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 13.
The Packer defense is being stingy right now, Durwood. They seem to be playing with a lot of enthusiasm, and they are anticipating that what the Valdosta Wildcats are going to be doing.
Three receivers far side, one single back. Everson back to pass, looking. Here comes pressure. They got him. They're going to sack him again back at the 33-yard line. Greg Bright again makes the stop. To receive, along with Dexter Polite, for the Colquitt County Packers. Valdosta has this little shift formation down there they've had for years where they line up to try to draw people off sides and then shift back. Wayne Devane will be the punter back there to kick. He'll be standing about his own 20-yard line. Here's a snap and the kick.
I believe they had too many men on the field there.
Dexter Polite takes it at the 31. He's across the 35, hit hard at about the 33. There is a flag down at the 30-yard line.
I think they had too many men on the field.
Packers or Valdosta?
Oh, Valdosta.
Well, we'll know in just a minute, as the officials still have yet to tell us exactly what the call is, as they're discussing it out there. Looks like there was illegal participation. There was 12 men on the field.
Right.
So Donnie was pretty observant. Picked that up right quick.
Well, we were counting the Valdosta folks and trying to count our folks too, and I believe we're the ones that had the most folks on the field.
Donnie, you had it right, except you had the wrong team.
Right, I sure did.
Well, it's still going to bring up 4th down and about 9, and as the ball's going to be spotted at about the 47-yard line of Valdosta. So now they'll get to kick it away again, and this time they shift again, and we still have not dropped anybody back deep to receive. We still got everybody up at the line of scrimmage, so we're going to let him kick it with nobody back. Here's a snap from the 35, and he kicks it. Nobody's there, and it's going to hit at about the 10. It's bound on in there, and it just gets in. Tell you what, we were almost in a hole there. It almost was down at the 1-yard line. Well, it was 4th and 9. Frankers. Jeremy Merritt, your quarterback. Tony DeRosso, Heath Mock, wide to the left side. Backs this time in an I formation behind Merritt. Hands off the fullback up the middle, Omar Reed. Omar gets it across the 20, falls forward to about the 23, 24-yard line. 3 or 4 hard yards in there.
One of the Valdosta men just had a hold of his jersey, and if it hadn't been for that, he could have gotten 10, 15 yards out of that run, Durwood. He just had a parcel of the jersey.
Franklin Wiseman, the young man on the stop for Valdosta, picks up about 4. We'll call it 2nd down and 6 for the Colquitt County Packers. 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go, opening quarter. Still no score. Colquitt County Packers, Valdosta Wildcats. 2 receivers far side. Again, the fullback takes it right up the middle, fights across the 25, maybe gets it to about the 26.5-yard line. Picks up maybe another couple of 3, and that's about it before Marcus Williams makes the stop on Omar Reed. Go spot the ball down at the Colquitt County 27-yard line. They got to get it to the 30, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 3 for the first down. Still no first downs in the ball game. Both defenses played extremely well throughout this first quarter. I-backs. 2 receivers far side. Pitch it deep to the tailback. Fights his way up just to about the 25-yard line, and that's going to be it. It's going to bring up another 4th down, and that's Sharon Roberts. And I believe that's the first time Sharon Roberts has touched the ball tonight. Donald Hitson made the stop. So Cliff Henry has to check in and punt it away again, Donnie, as it's going to be 4th down and about 5 for the first down. Jason Jelks, Tommy Speed back deep to receive, standing about their own 30. Here's the snap and the kick. Ball is going to hit at about the 45, about sideways across the 40. Packers let it roll, and it's going to be marked dead at about the 38-yard line left in the first quarter. Yard line.
As Durwood said, I don't believe there's been a first down in the game. And I believe if we look at the rushing yardage, it's got to be minus if you count all the yardage the quarterbacks have lost.
Steve Everson, your quarterback. Again, 2 wide receivers, 2 split backs behind him. He goes back on a little cross play, but he keeps it himself, falls forward to about the 40, maybe picks up 2 before Alan Dalton makes the stop. That time he faked it, Donnie, on the cross buck there, and then followed the other back through on the right side, but the Packers not fooled as he only gets about 2 on the play.
And Alan Dalton did what he was supposed to do then, Durwood. The quarterback is probably his responsibility, and he stayed home.
Brings up 2nd down and 8 for the first down. This time they send both receivers to the far side, and that backs a split behind Everson. Everson this time rolling left, looking, wants to pitch it, but somebody grabs his ankle. He falls forward maybe for another yard or 2 before Jay Weiss could stop him there, and he picks up maybe 2 more.
Jay got his hand on his ankle and brought him down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Valdosta Wildcats. Wildcats in that typical white shirts. I call them yellow helmets and yellow breeches. Some people call them gold. 3rd down, 6. 2 receivers far side. Rolling left, throws it out there. Complete. Fights his way across for the first down as he gets it across midfield. Good play over there. Somebody had a hand on him. Could not bring him down before he got the first down. It's going to be Packers with their gold bottoms, and they do have gold. There's a more gold than the Valdosta yellow. The black helmets and the black shirts and the white numerals. 2 receivers, 2 split backs. Rolling left, pitches it again to the tailback, coming around left side. He picks up about 6, 7, 8 yards maybe, as he now runs it down to almost the 40-yard line of the Packers. So Valdosta Wildcat offense now trying to pick up some speed and get something generated.
Durwood, you notice Everson then rolled away from the rush that was coming in on him and threw that little pass out in the flat to get away from the rush that was coming through.
Going to bring up 2nd down, a short 2 for the first down. Everson takes it, hands off to the tailback. He's hit, drives through a man, and fights forward for about 7, 8 yards. Somebody had a hand around him right at the line of scrimmage, and he just broke loose. Bobby Lee Hill finally makes the stop, but not until he picks up a first down all the way down at the Packer 32-yard line, and that was Nokia McMullen, 160-pound junior. 1st and 10, Valdosta Wildcats. That's the Colquitt County Packer 32-yard line. 2 wide receivers, 2 split backs. This may be the last play of the first quarter. Going back to pass, looking down the middle, complete down there. He's fighting way down to about the 13-yard line. On the reception there was Shadrick Green from Steve Everson. Stopped by Pat Mansfield. Another first down, and Valdosta Wildcats threatening here late in the first quarter with only 14 seconds left. Ball's going to be spotted at the Packer 12-yard line.
Durwood, we may not have time to get another play off before the end of the quarter.
Clock winding down to 5 seconds, 4, and the first quarter is going to come to an end there. Nothing. We'll be back on WMTM in 60 seconds.
The Wildcats have the ball on the Packer, and we'll call it the 12.5-yard line. 1st and 10. Durwood.
1st and 10. They send 2 receivers to the far side. Backs are split behind Everson. 1st and 10 at the Packer 12. Goes back into the tailback. He fights his way in there across the 10. Maybe gets just across there. Picks up a couple before Tommy Speed makes the stop on him. Tommy Speed, the young man, rather, with the ball. Stop made there by James Stansel. You're listening to WMTM, FM 94. Donnie Turner, Jim Turner, and Durwood Dominy. From Mackthorpe Stadium, the Colquitt County Packers entertaining the Valdosta Wildcats. 0-0, we've just started the second quarter. 2nd down and 8 from the Packer 10. Valdosta threatening to put something on the board here. Going back, quarterback keeps it going around the right side. He's going to be in there and going to score as Everson faked it to the back and took it in himself. Valdosta leads 6-0. There's a flag down or something down on the field. Can't tell what that is. Maybe it's a piece of jersey from here. But there's a piece of pipe, kicks up. Good kick. Valdosta leads 7-0. Wilby
can get something generated, Durwood.
Alan Sanderson, the young man that kicked the point after, or Ryan Sanderson, really, will be kicking off. He and Alan Sanderson, I bet, are brothers. Here's a kick. High kick going to be coming down Jerome Roberts takes it about the 3. He's across the 10 to the 15, fights his way up to about the 20, hit hard and falls forward, maybe to about the 23-yard line. I tell you what, that Valdosta defense was bouncing him around in there, but the young man fights his way back to about the 23.
Kept his legs moving after being hit a time or two and gained 3 or 4 extra yards.
We got to get the ball in Jerome Roberts' hands. He has touched the ball very little in the first quarter, but he certainly is a big offensive threat. This time we have a wide receiver on the far side, and that is Jerome. Heath Mock near side, one back. Going back to pass, pressure coming on Jeremy Merritt, rolling left, trying to get away from him. He's going to be sacked and fumbled, I believe. Ball's loose. Let's see who's going to get it. Packers trying to find out. Everybody's falling around. Valdosta says they have it, but let's see. Still no sign from the official. They had Jeremy all the way back at the 10-yard line. The ball came loose. Packers don't need to lose it here. Packers have lost it as the Valdosta Wildcats have recovered the Jeremy Merritt fumble at the 10. And now the defense really is going to have Jeremy Merritt trying to roll, trying to throw it. Could not outrun the pursuit. Somebody got a hand on him, and the ball came loose, and Valdosta has it first and you probably can call it first and goal, because right at the 10-yard line. 2 receivers, 2 split backs. Going back to pass, throws it in the end zone. Touchdown, Valdosta. So, bam, bam. They've just put 13 on the board. Shadrick Green made the catch from Steve Everson, down deep like that. Here's a snap. It's down, kicks up. Valdosta leads 14-0.
They'll call and they'll be on their way to assist you. They offer 24-hour wrecker service. And for all your pain and body needs, contact Ricky Griffin and his staff at Ken Isaac's Pain and Body Shop.
Some offense and give the defense a little rest on the side. They have been on the field quite some time now.
Well, they send 2 receivers on the near side here, Tony DeRosso and Heath Mock, 2 backs. And they hand off to the second back through, and he's hit right at the line, and they pick him up and just towed him to the left side right at the line of scrimmage. He may got a half yard, and that's it. Donald Hitson just kind of picked the back up, and that was Omar Reed. Kind of took him over to the side, gave him a yard on the play, and that's about it. Maybe 2, call it second down and a long 8. Omar Reed coming out of the ball game. Also coming out is Heath Mock. Dexter Polite, along with Tony DeRosso, receivers on the near side. Now Lavaskia King is in the backfield with Jerome Roberts. Going back to pass. Looking, here comes pressure again. He's hit hard. Ball's loose again, and Valdosta's on it as Jeremy Merritt coughed it up when he took the shot, and the ball's going to be recovered by Valdosta at the Colquitt County Packer 19-yard line. Things are just kind of disintegrating in a hurry here in the second quarter. LaVallis Paul made the recovery for the Wildcats. So after we had a 0-0 ball game through 1 quarter, all of a sudden here, well, we got 9 minutes and 44 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Valdosta already scored twice, have a 1st and 10 at the Packer 18-yard line.
Durwood, you got to put the football away.
Rolling right, hands off to the tailback through. He picks up a couple of 3 yards as he fights his way down to about the 15-yard line. Tommyson, they just recovered another fumble. And they're working deep in Packer territory from the Packers 16-yard line, 2nd down and 8. They wanted to put this thing away early. Packer defense really needs something big to happen for them. Split backs, 2 receivers out. Everson rolling left. Takes the ball, keeps it himself. Somebody had a hand on him back behind the line of scrimmage, but he breaks loose, goes across the 15, gets it down to about the 12-yard line. Picks up about 4 more yards. Jared Jones had a hand on him back there. Stop finally made by Bobby Lee Hill. Ball spotted at the Packer 11-yard line. Going to be 3rd down and about 3, long 3 for the 1st down. They send 2 receivers wide. Split the backs. Everson, your quarterback. Going back. Looking, keeping it. Here comes the pressure on him. He throws it. And he got rid of it. Packers thought they had pressure on him. They thought he was maybe trying to intentionally ground it as they had him pressured back there. Alan Dalton putting a lot of pressure on him back about the 22.
Don't kick the field goal now, Durwood.
He dumps it off, and they are going to attempt this. Donnie said a field goal. They lead 14-0. Ball is on the far hash marks. Ryan Sanderson will attempt it from the 18-yard line. It will be a 28-yard field goal attempt. 8 minutes and 17 seconds on the clock in the second quarter. Here's a snap. It's down. Kicks up. And the kick is good. Valdosta now leads 17-0. Nothing after one quarter, but all of a sudden here with 8 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the second quarter, Valdosta's put 17 up. Another good kick. Going to let it go in the end zone. Bounds all the way through, and again the Packers will take over.
Packers have got to generate some offense, and maybe this is the time to do it.
Well, they give them 17 points in less than 4 minutes here, so Packers got to get it going. On the draw play, they hand it off to the back. It looks like he gets about to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it back there. As again, that Valdosta defense is tough, and they allowed him no gain on that play as it's going to be spotted again. Right, it might have lost about the length of the football. Heath Mock coming out. Plays coming in from the sideline by way of the receivers. Cliff Henry receiver on this side. Far side over there will be Tony DeRosso. Omar Reed, your fullback. Sharon Roberts, your tailback. Going back to pass. Merritt looking, throws it down the field. Complete out there and out of bounds for a first down. That's the Packers, I believe, initial first down. 34 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
It gives our defense a chance to get a breather or two on the sideline too, Durwood.
Tony DeRosso now on the near side. High backs. Going back again to pass. Here comes pressure again. And they're going to put this pressure on him, and he sack him again back at the 30-yard line. He's going to lose about 7 on that. Jeremy Merritt had nowhere to go. And it's going to bring up now second down and about 17 for the first down. Valdosta showing here in the last 4 or 5 minutes why they rank number 1 in the state and number 1 in the nation, as they have really carried it to the Packers here.
Lyman's got to sustain their blocks just a little bit longer and give him 1 or 2 more seconds to get the ball off.
Dexter Polite to the near side. Tony DeRosso far side. Reed, your fullback. Going back to pass. Here comes pressure. Bam! He's going to be hit just as he tries to get it away, and they're going to call it incomplete pass. Nobody put any kind of block on 97. Donald Hitson. He's 2 miles an hour through there, and I'm sure that Jeremy Merritt saw him out of the corner of his eye.
Yeah, there was probably a back should have been responsible for picking him up, but I don't believe he could have stopped him. He looked like a freight train coming through there.
Third down now, 17. Ball resting right at the 30-yard line of the Packers. Tony DeRosso far side. Heath Monk near side. Back split. Reed and Roberts. One back. Draw play to Sharon Roberts. He fights out there trying to fight. Picks up the 7 or 8. Gets across the 40, and that's going to be about it. He picked up about 10 yards on the play, but he needed 17. First down is it's going to bring a thing about their 19-yard line to receive for the Wildcats. Here's a snap. Low snap bounces to him. He gets it off just in time. High kick. Not very long. It's going to hit about the 30. Takes a Packer bounce across the 25, across the 20, and it's going to be down at about the 18-yard line of the Valdosta Wildcats. So with 5 minutes and 58 seconds, Valdosta puts Jefferson, brings them back out. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side, back split. Hands off to the second back through. He's going to be hit as he picks up maybe a yard or so. Very little gain on the play there. Packer defense in there, and Jim Turner said it looked like a Valdosta man had a hand around him helping tackle him. I think he might have been trying to help pull him through there, but didn't work. Picks up really no gain on the play. Call it second down and 10. Again, 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Split the backs. Everson going back again. Hands to the second back through. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage this time. Let's see if he got it back to the line of scrimmage as the Packer defense trying to bow its back in there as Kerry Fiveash makes the stop along with Jay Weiss. Again, they're going to say he's right at the line of scrimmage, so it's still going to bring up third down and 10. Valdosta breaks the huddle. In I say an obvious passing situation, they may not, but it's send 3 receivers out, split the backs. Everson going back to pass, looking. Here comes the pressure, rolling right, throws it out there. Out of the reach of the receiver who was open out there at about the 20. And Cliff Henry going back deep to receive. Valdosta shifting that punting formation. Wade Devane will be standing about his own 6-yard line. Here's a snap and the kick. Kick's going to come down about midfield. Fielded down. It gets away from Cliff Henry, and Valdosta Wildcats have recovered it. Cliff tried to make a diving catch around his knees, could not hold on to it, And Nathan Montgomery comes down and recovers for the Wildcats at midfield. So again, another mistake by the Colquitt County Packers. And Donnie, rather than having 4.5 minutes for the Packers to do something, Valdosta has 4 minutes and 26 seconds to do something.
Can't keep turning the ball over to him.
Everson brings them back out. 3 receivers, 2 backs, going back to pass. Comes the pressure down, throwing it deep down the field. Good defense. Great defense as he bats it down. Tony Davis back it down in 10 from midfield. Everson brings him up. 2 receivers again far side, 1 near side. Back split. Going back again on the draw play, hands to the back. He fights his way up, maybe picks up a couple as he gets it into Packer territory. Maybe gets it to the Packer 48 before Greg Bright puts the stop on the running back, Tommy Speed. Clock continuing to wind inside 4 minutes in the first half.
Defense is trying to play tough, Durwood, and maybe try to get the ball back for the Packers one more time here.
3rd down and 8. Everson brings him up again. 3 receivers out. Backs again split. Everson again going back to pass. Look at, here comes the pressure. He's going to be sacked. Ball's loose again. Packers pick it up. And he's tackled as he gets it to about the 41-yard line. That was James Stansel. And you can't advance it in high school. And he tried to go. Alan Dawson also in that puts a big stick on Everson and causes him to fumble. Defense is Durwood. At the 41.5-yard line of the Wildcats. Packers 1st and 10. Single back, going back to pass. Here comes pressure. He's going to be sacked. Past midfield all the way back at the 47. And again, I don't believe anybody put any kind of block on that guy. And that's Donald Henson again, just shot through there. Throws him for about a 10 or 12-yard loss. Henson's had 3 sacks already.
Somebody has not sustaining a block long enough because he just came through there in too big a hurry.
They come at 180 miles an hour through there. You know, you hand it to Jeremy. You know, you can only do so much. If you flatter your back, the guy's trying to get back. The quarterback's running forward. I mean, backwards. This guy's running forward. He's quicker than the quarterback.
Sure he is.
Well, it brings up 2nd down and 20 for the Packers now. Again, going back to pass. Here they come again. He's trying to get away. And could have been a cliff out there, but they say no, it was not. And he just gets away and throws it incomplete. Saves the sack there. But this Wildcat defense is coming after him. Franklin Weisman putting a lot of pressure on him then. Now it brings up 3rd down and 20. Jeremy Merritt's got to be wondering what in the world's happening out here to him.
Need a long one here, Durwood.
2 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the first half, and that's 3rd down and 20. You think we made a matter when they fumbled the ball?
I don't know what we did. Because their defense is tough. Like Durwood said, they haven't allowed a touchdown, in 23 quarters now?
23, almost 24 as soon as this quarter's over. If we don't get something on the board. I-back, 2 receivers out. Again, going back to pass. Throwing it out there. Incomplete. Off the hands of Heath Mock at midfield. And that'll stop the clock, but brings up 4th and 20. Clock stopped at 2 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the first half. So the Packers, defense that gave it to the offense in the best field position tonight all the way down at the 41, but that's back at the, or rather Valdosta 41, that's back at the Packer 48. Jason Jelks back to receive along with Tommy Speed, the Cliff Henry punt. Snap, Henry punts it high, call for a fair catch at about the 20. They fumble it on the ground. Let's see who recovers it. I believe Valdosta recovered it that time, but they dropped it around a little bit down there, and that would have been a great break for the Packers. Hands off to the back up the middle. He's going to be right about the 20-yard line. That's going to be it. Valdosta may be content just to run this thing out down there. That deep clock's inside 2 minutes now.
Our defense is playing the run tough there, Wood. Of course, remember Valdosta had the ball, one time at the 13-yard line that they took it in, and then they had it again about the
18.
Yeah, then they had it again. I forgot where it was at, and they wound up with 3 points out of it.
Clock now down to a minute and a half to go in the first half. They split the backs, 2 receivers far side, 2nd down and almost 10. Again, they hand off Suckett back through. He's fighting his way up and down, picks up 5, 6, 7 yards as he's going to be finally stopped as he fights to about the 29-yard line. Going to be about a yard or so short of the first down. Kevin Walker makes the stop on David Williams in there. 3rd down, and let's call it about 2 for the first down. Clock now down to a minute and 7 seconds to go in the first half. Back split. 2 receivers far side. Everson, your quarterback. Everson takes it, keeps it himself. He's got the first down as he fights it up to about the 35. Clock's now down to 53 seconds. They stop it to move the chains. Tony Davis finally put the stop on Steve Everson. Clock now going to be started again, winding down now inside 50 seconds. 1st and 10 Wildcats at the 34-yard line.
There would, I believe, Valdosta is going to be content to run the clock down here.
Well, at least 17-0, you know, don't take a chance. Everson this time takes it. He's going to keep it himself, rolling right, trying to get outside, and he's got some speed, but he's tackled hard over there at about the 39-yard line, picks up maybe 5 before Calvin Clark throws him out of bounds, picks up close to 5. Steve Everson, he scored 1, throwed for 1. He brings him up. Back split. This time he turns off to the fullback up the middle. He fights his way in there for a couple of yards. And that's about it as the ball's going to get just across the 40. And the clock now down at 19 seconds. And they may not get another playoff in the first half. Ball resting at about the Valdosta Wildcats 41-yard line. 3rd down and about 4. Clock running down now inside 5 seconds. And they're going to let it run out. And the first half is going to come to an end there. Valdosta Wildcats, who picked up 17 quick ones here in the first 3 minutes and 45 seconds of the second quarter, lead the Colquitt County Packers by a score of 17-0 at halftime. And we'll be back, Donnie. You got some message over here, I believe, before we leave.
Well, let me mention that we'd like to thank the sponsors who
how you gonna see forever. Follow the moment, Coca-Cola classic, it can't be beat. Oh no, the real thing can't beat the real thing.
All right, welcome back to McThorpe Stadium, where the second half is just beginning. And the Packers have won the toss at the beginning of the game, but they deferred to the second half, so they will be receiving. Let's see, can we get something on the board?
Well, thank you, Jim, and you were right. We got a half of football left here at McThorpe Stadium. The number 1 team in the nation, Valdosta Wildcats, visiting our Colquitt County Packers, and we said they put 17 points up in 3 minutes and 45 seconds here to open the second quarter, and they lead 17-0. Packers will be receiving to open the second half. And back deep in the middle of the field, we see checking out there will be Sharon Roberts, along with Lavasky King and Dexter Polite. Back to kickoff will be Alan Sanderson for the Valdosta Wildcats. Wildcats will be moving from our left to right. Of course, the Packers from right to left. Packers with the gold bottoms, the black shirts, the black helmets, and the white numerals. Valdosta in their traditional white and yellow. Sanderson approaches, and here's the kick. Second half underway. Going to be taken at about the 3-yard line by Sharon Roberts. He falls as he slips at about the 15-yard line, trying to make a cut to his left. Feet got out from under him, and he went down. And the Packer offense will take over now from their own 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Well, let's see if we had any words of wisdom for the Colquitt County Packers at halftime here and see if they can get anything generated offensively. The Wildcats of Valdosta now have gone 24 consecutive quarters without giving up a touchdown. Going back to pass, Jeremy Merritt on 1st down, looking deep, throws it way down the field, overthrows everybody at about the 50-yard line as he aired it out, intending it for ball deep. Get something on the board quick.
Jeremy can wind up and throw it, can he, Durwood?
He threw that one a pretty good ways. He threw that one about 40, 45 yards. The backs are split behind him. 2 receivers. He hands off this time to Omar Reed. Omar fights his way up to about the 17-yard line. Picks up very little gain on the play, but we're going to give him about 2 maybe and call it 3rd down and 8. Looks like Sharon Roberts, who was out of the game on that play, comes back in. It's a 3rd down now. It'll be 3rd down and 8. He brings the play in. And now Omar Reed comes out of the ball game. Tony DeRosso is going to be coming to the near side. Heath Mock to the far side as receivers. Backs a split behind Jeremy Merritt. Tell you what, they hit him in the backfield. He falls forward, picks up about a couple. That's Omar Reed, but Peter Thaler makes the stop for the Wildcats. And as Frank Oil and I were talking while we were taking a break, Valdosta's just putting 10 men up there on the line of scrimmage down, and they're just coming after us every time.
That's the truth. And you know, we haven't tried, you know, running outside or running into the option or so forth. Evidently, they feel like they can't do that.
Standing back at his 40 kick, Cliff Henry's going to have to punt it away. Here's a snap. Cliff got it. He kicks it. High kick. Going to be coming down about the 40, bounce across the 45, the 50, going to bounce out of bounds as he gets all the way back to the Valdosta High Wildcat 42-yard line. From senior. He's the quarterback. He sends this time 3 receivers on the left side, 1 back behind him. Those are out there on the left side. It's complete. He picks up 5, 8, almost 10. Maybe let's see where they mark him. He may be out right at the first down marker. That was John Bell. On the tackle was Pat Mansfield. That looked like one of the old Valdosta plays from years ago where they used to have stand roam, where the quarterback just raises up, throws it directly out, and lets the end just work, or the receiver just work on the defensive back.
That's exactly the play that they just ran.
And he's got less than 6 inches to go for the first down. It's second down in inches as Everson brings him up. Hands off to the second back through. He's got the first down, and Moores, he fights in there all the way to the Packer 41-yard line. So he picked up about 8 on the play. And that was Bobby Lee Hill making the stop for the Packers. Nakia McMullen, the running back. Valdosta Wildcats working 1st and 10 at the Colquitt County Packer 41-yard line. 2 receivers out, split backs. One back to pass, rolling left, throws it out there, incomplete. And somebody put a shot on him over there as it went incomplete. Pat Mansfield still resting just shy of the Colquitt County 40-yard line. 2 receivers wide, split backs. Everson hands off to the first back through, and he's hit as he picks up maybe a yard or so, and that's it, as he didn't fool the defensive front there, as Clay Green makes a good stop up there as they tried that quick opener up the middle. Packer defense, again, as Jim Turner said at halftime, played extremely well.
I think they have. They've only allowed 66 yards, and, you know.
3rd down and 9 for the first down. Ball resting right on the Packer 40-yard line. Going back to pass. Everson looking. Here comes the pressure. They're going, they had him and he got loose. He's still loose. They finally going to tackle him, but he fights his way back to the 39-yard line. They had him back at about the 45. I don't know how in the world he got loose. James Weeks had his arms around him. And Jack Hall back there. But he fights it back to the Packer 39, and it's going to be 4th down and 8. And Valdosta will be forced, it appears, into a punting situation. Cliff Henry, Sharon Roberts.
We have somebody back this time, Durwood.
Dexter Polite back with Cliff Henry to receive, and Valdosta now shifts into punt formation as Wayne Devane goes back to punt it, standing about his own 48. Here's a snap. Almost blocked, but he gets it off. High kick, calls for a fair kick, lets it hit, and it bounces out of bounds inside the 10. Going to be spotted at about the 7-yard.
In here and generate a score.
They scored all points in 3 minutes and 45 seconds to start the second quarter. Hand off to Omar Reed. Omar fighting for room out there. Gets it back to the 10-yard line. Maybe gets 3 yards, and that's about it, as that defensive front of Valdosta makes it tough up there. James Robinson makes the stop. Got to find a way to break this 10-man line they got up there, and they just pouring in there. This Don Hitson on the defensive end over here. When they try to pass, he's just coming wide open in there.
Durwood, if you'll look at them, they got 3 men back. And then every now and then one of those will come up on the line, which he did then. There's only, there's still 3 men back.
And now to Omar Reed. And Omar Reed fights out of a tackle and fights up close to about the 16, 17-yard line. He had to get to about the 17. He's going to be close to a first down. Depends on the mark up there as to whether he's got it or not. King and Reed win the backfield. Looks like they're going to call official timeout and bring the chains out for a measurement.
Durwood, I noticed number 72 is in there, probably for some blocking purposes. James Stansel in on offense right now.
I don't believe, if I remember right, that the Packers have had but 1 first down.
That's right.
And this is going to be the second one. Chains go down, and he's going to be short Looks like maybe about half the length of the football, so it's going to bring up third down and about, well, it may be more than that, about maybe a foot and a half of the first down. Sharon Roberts, who was out of the ball game now, checks back in. He'll probably be in as a running back position. Levansky King was in. He's going to stay in, and looks like Cliff Henry's coming out of the ball game. Sharon Roberts coming wide as a receiver. Tony DeRosso far side. I-backs. They hand it off to the fullback up the middle. He fights in there. Again, he didn't get much, but I believe he got enough for the first down.
He got the first down, Durwood.
That's Omar Reed. And the officials do say that the Packers pick up the second first down they've had in the ball game, as the ball's going to be spotted at the Packer 19-yard line.
Durwood, there's a few of our defensive linemen that are in the ball game now on the offensive line. James Stansel and Kevin Walker are on the offensive line right now.
Cliff Henry to the near side. Hand off to the back of the middle. That's Omar Reed fighting forward. Omar picks up about 4 or 5 yards there as he gets it up all the way across the 25. Pins on the mark. He may have got it to the 27. If he did, he's going to pick up about almost 8 yards on the carry, which is probably the longest running play from scrimmage.
Durwood, I mentioned Kevin Walker and James Stansel. That time, Omar Reed went off the block of Greg Bright.
So you're hearing a lot of defensive players' names coming there playing offense now. It's going to bring up second down, and let's call it a long 2 for the first down. Packers trying to get something generated offensively. Sharon Roberts far side, Tony DeRosso near side. Back split behind Merritt. Ball handed off to Omar Reed. Omar's got the first down, fights his way across the 35 all the way out to about the 40-yard line. And he's got another first down. So maybe the Packer offense trying to get something generated.
Durwood, that's 2 first downs in a row here by the offense, so maybe they've got something clicking.
Ball all the way out at the 40-yard line of the Packers. Kevin Walker, James Stansel, and Greg Bright all in there on that offensive front for the Packers. 2 receivers wide. Backs are split. Again, they hand the ball off to Omar Reed. He fights again in there for about 8 or 9 yards. Kevin Walker in there makes a good block for him. So the Packer, this improvised Packer offensive line has tried to open some holes in there, and he picks up about another 8.5 yards, and let's call it second down and 1.5 yards.
Well, Durwood, if you take 9 men and put them up on the line and run that quick opener, you don't have to sustain that block but for just a second for that back to be through that hole there, especially when they're spread out.
You can see these guys have on these jerseys over the other jerseys to make them offensive linemen. I-backs going back again. This time hand off to Omar Reed. He fights in that close to a first down. Very little game, but he only needed 2. And now the official is going to spot it right at the 50, and that's close to that first down. The marker over there is right on the 50. It's going to be a critical mark here. If he doesn't have it, he's going to miss it by about 2 or 3 inches down. It's going to be very close.
Very close.
Looks from here like he might be just a couple of 3 inches short. Clock is wound down to 4 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the third quarter. Valdosta continuing to lead 17-0.
That's awful close. He's got to get down and look. First down.
He finally says first down, and so it was mighty close out there. So 3 first downs in a row for the Packers. Ball right at midfield. Packers took it over on their own 7-yard line, so they moved it 43 yards on this offensive surge, which is by far and away their best offensive movement of the night. Again, they have an improvised offensive line there as they have moved a number of defensive players on this offensive line now. 2 receivers out, backs are split. Again, on the cross-buck play, they give it to Levansky King, and he gets it a couple of yards down into Valdosta territory, maybe picks up 2 down to the 48 of Valdosta. Let's call it second down 9, 8 for the first down. Tackle was made on the play by Brenton Barker of the Wildcats. Tony DeRosso coming out. Cliff Henry brings the play in to Jeremy Merritt, the quarterback. And he goes to the far side. Cliff Henry is a receiver, and Sharon Roberts comes to the near side. Backs are split. Jeremy Merritt, your quarterback. Now he calls timeout, and we're going to pause for 60 seconds.
Going to a hometown tire service, 400 2nd Street Northeast, Moultrie.
Second down and 8. The ball handed off to Omar Reed. Omar Reed fighting back up to about the line of scrimmage, and that's about it, as there was very little room on the right side over there then. Might have lost about a half yard. Let's call it third down and 9 coming up. As the Packer offense trying to get something moving. Franklin Wiseman makes the stop for the Wildcats. Tony DeRosso brings the play in again. This Valdosta defense extremely tough. 24 quarters without allowing a touchdown. High backs. Sharon Roberts on the far side. Quarterback keeps it. Now he pitches it out to Levansky King. Actually looked like the ball was down on the ground where he recovered it, and they're going to spot it all the way back at the 47-yard line. That's going to bring up fourth down, and Sebastian Davis was in there on the coverage. Jeremy Merritt was trying to get outside down there and pitch it.
Yeah.
Unable to do so. So they have to punt it away.
I'm surprised they didn't try to put the ball up there, Wood.
Cliff entered the punt from his own 34-yard line. Here's the snap. Jason Jelps back to receive. Higher kick. Jason comes up to take it. Catches it about the 25. Comes across to the 28. And he's going to slide down. And now flag goes down. As he's down to the 28. I don't know what that is. I didn't see anything from here. But let's see what the call's going to be. Valdosta hadn't been flagged for.
It had to be blocking, crackback blocking there, Wood. Yeah.
Was a clip
right
against the Valdosta Wildcats, so that is the first penalty that they've had of the night. They had the ball out at the 29 or 28-yard line, so it's going to be set back against them. And the Valdosta offense will come rather in. It zeroes a number of turnovers from the Packers. Everson goes back, completes the pass out at the 22-yard line. He goes out of bounds as he gets up close to about the 20. Let's see where they're going to spot him out. They're going to say he stepped out, I believe, at about the 21.5-yard line. So he picked up about 7 yards on the play. That was John Bell, the receiver. Call it 6 yards. Calvin Clark made the stop. Going to be second down and about 4 for the first down.
Lucky we didn't get a flag then.
Right.
Yeah, the defensive player drove him all the way to the fence, but no flag. 2 receivers far side, back split. Handed off the second back through. He's hit hard at about the 24-yard line. It looks like he had some running room, and then Clay Green just nailed him. The back was David Williams. But he picked up about 3 yards on the play, and it's going to bring up third down and 1. And we need a big play from the Packer defense here. They've got to get it to the 25. The ball spotted just across the 24. Third down and 1 for the Wildcats. And they take it to the second back through. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. No, he fights his way all the way up across the 25 and picks up the first down.
Quarterback tucked it back in then, Durwood, and kept it and got the first down.
Somebody had, an arm on him, but the young man's tough, and he just fought his way through there and picked up about 3 yards, and that's enough for the first down as they're going to spot it now out at the 26.5-yard line. First and 10, Valdosta. Clock now down inside a minute and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Split the backs, 2 receivers out. Going back to pass, looking, Jelks looks, throws it out there. I believe it's complete. It's a good catch over there on the sideline, and he goes out of bounds up at about the 33-4-yard line, so he's going to pick up about another 6-7 yards on the play, and that's John Bell, the receiver over there. Dexter Polite on the coverage for the Colquitt County Packers. And we see those same guys who are playing offense now back out there at defense. They take those shirts off, and they're playing both sides of the ball like the old days. Second down and a long 3. Hand off to the second back through. He's hit. Fights his way up close to first down markers, but he looks like he's going to be short. And the Packers drive him back. Alan Dalton just kept driving him over there. Drove him out of bounds. Alfred Barnes, the young man on the carry. He's going to be about a yard shy of a first down, going to bring up again a third down and 1.
Need to hold him here, Durwood, and get the football back.
Ball's resting just across the 35-yard line of the Valdosta Wildcats. They need about a yard for the first down. Clock down to 28 seconds to go in the third quarter. Going back to pass, Everson throws out complete for the first down, and he goes out of bounds over there at about the Valdosta Wildcat 43-yard line again. John Bell, the young man they've got,
has been open most all night, and he just...
Valdosta Wildcat 42-yard line. 1st and 10 Valdosta. Again, first back through, and he fights through a couple of tacklers there and picks up about 6-7 yards. It looked like, again, they had him at the line of scrimmage, but he kept sliding and weaseling his way through there and gets it up to about the 49-yard line before Dexter Polite makes the stop on Alfred Barnes. That's going to end the third quarter. Valdosta leading 17-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
The Athletic...
Leading 17-0. Valdosta facing a second down and about 3 at their own 49-yard line. Steve Everson, your quarterback. Going back. Draw play, gives to the tailback. He's got the first down as he gets it into Packer territory, all the way down to the Packer 42-yard line. David Williams on the carry. Stop made by Greg Bright, the linebacker. Again, the first quarter, 0-0. As we open the second quarter, Valdosta put 17 up, aided by some Packer turnovers. In the first 3 minutes and 45 seconds, since then we've had no score. Going back again, hands off to the back around the right side. He gets across the 40, picks up about another 3 or 4 yards. That's Alfred Barnes again. Stopped by Greg Bright again. Picked up about 3 on the play. It's 2nd down and 7.
Packers have a man down, Durwood.
Kerry Fivash down out there on the field. He's getting up now on his own, jumps up right quick. Might have been shaken up just a little bit, but he says, "Hey, Coach, leave me alone."
I think the referee's going to make him, they call timeout for him, so they'll make him come out for one play.
Well, he's walking under his own power, so Kerry's going to be all right. He's a tough man out there. He don't want to come out, but they went out there and get him off the field, and they'll have to replace him.
Yeah, number 45 has come in for him.
Clay Green has come in the ball game replacing Kerry Fivash. But it's 2nd down and 7. Ball rested just across the 40. Everson going back to pass, rolling right, throws it out there. Incomplete, had it right off the fingertips of the receiver out there, and the receiver's upset that he didn't catch it. That's John Bell, Packers. Everson brings them up. 2 receivers wide. Backs are split. Everson going back to pass, looking down the middle deep. Has a man down there. Batted down by excellent defense by Dexter Polite. Again, the man was down there. It's 40, so yeah, they're going to punt it away. They shift into punt formation. Wayne Devane back to kick. Dexter Polite and Cliff Henry back to receive, standing about their 10. Here's the snap and the kick. High kick, good kick. They're going to let it bounce. Let's see what happens. It's going to bound into the end zone for a touchback, and the Packer offense comes down and stops them. They picked up action.
There's a bunch of them. We noticed it took 5 buses to get them over here.
Going back to pass, Jeremy Merritt. Flag goes down now just as the play starts. I don't know what to call it. We'll have to pick it up. Hadn't had a whole lot of flags tonight, but illegal procedure, I believe, against the Packers.
We had a back, yeah.
Somebody was in motion. So it's going to be 5 yards stepped off against the Packers, and rather than 1st and 10 from the 20, it's going to be 1st and 15 from the 15. Tell you what, it's been a relatively quick ball game, and because of the fact it's been on the ground a lot, and there's been not a whole lot of errors made in it, not a whole lot of penalties. But the Packers just had one. It cost them 5 yards on illegal procedure. 1st and 15. Barrett brings them up. He's going to have one single back behind him, and that's Omar Reed. And Omar gets the ball and fights his way up just across the 15, up to about the 16-yard line, and that's about all he's going to get. So it's going to bring up 2nd and long still, as it's going to give him a couple on the play. Let's call it 2nd down now and 13 for the 1st down. Coach Darrell Funderburk, Coach Jim Hughes on the sideline, sending the play in, this time by Heath Mock, as we see Cliff Henry coming out. And we see Sharon Roberts checking out to the right side as a receiver, and far side is going to be Heath Mock. One single back. Going back to pass, looking. Tried to almost bat at his hands. Almost intercepted. It was intended for Tony DeRosso. And I tell you what, Jason Jelk stepped up there, and boy, if he'd have called that one, he'd have been gone.
He telegraphed that pass just a little bit, and it gave the man time to react. He looked at him all the way.
I see Sharon Roberts now out there. He was not out as a receiver, not as a running back that time, and Again, Sharon, a very vital part of the offensive part of this team. But the clock stopped now, and it's going to be third down and still 13 for the first down. 10 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Wildcats of Valdosta still continuing to lead 17-0. Jerry Merritt going back on the draw play. Hands it this time off to Omar Reed. Omar Reed fighting in there, gets it across the 20, back to about the 21-yard line. Picks up maybe 4 or 5, but they needed 13, so they're going to have to punt it away again. LaVallis Paul makes the stop for the Wildcats. So, we've seen him a lot tonight. Cliff Henry checking in again to punt it away. He'll be standing about his own 8-yard line. Jason Jelk standing all the way back at his own 40 to receive. Here's a snap. Gets the kickoff. Jelk lets it hit at about the 48. It bounces across the 45, across the 40, inside the 35. Still rolling. Going to get all the way down to the Wildcat 30-yard line. So come back out.
We see Everson is checking back in, so evidently that limp was just a Charlie horse or something.
And he has one single back behind him this time. 3 receivers on the far side. And he's looking that way and throws it out there again, complete. And he fights his way forward 3 or 4 yards. Again, that old Valdosta play where you just raise up and hit the receiver and let him go. John Bell, the man on the reception, and John fights his way forward for about 2 yards. Let's call it second down and 8. Jack Hall made the stop over there for the Packers.
Packers have covered that play well tonight, Durwood. The little rollout pass and the man to the sideline, about the 6 or 7 yard pass, they haven't been able to cover that one.
Everson brings him up. Again, one single back. There's the 3 receivers here on the near side, or 2 receivers here on the near side. Going back and hands it off up the middle. He fights his way up through there. Tommy Speed gets it up to about the 39-yard line before Jack Hall puts the stop on him. Going to be shy of the first down as he had to get it to the 40. He's going to be about a yard shy. Brings up third down and 1. And Everson brings him back up again. 2 backs this time behind him, split 2 receivers far side. Again, the tailback gets it, fights in there, has a first down as he gets it all the way out to about the 44-yard line. Darby Dalton makes the stop. And I expect, Donnie, we're going to see Valdosta just pound away like that, lead 17-0, 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, they'll probably keep it on the ground and pass when they have to in order to try to get the first down.
Clock continuing to run. It's also an enemy of the Packers now as they trail 17-0. Clock just running down out of 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this ball game. Take away 3 minutes and 45 seconds, and it's a 0-0 game. But boy, that was a terrible 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Again to the second back through, fighting his way up through there. Looks like his knee hit back at about the 47 or 8. He dove forward across the 50. They're going to say it hit back at the 49-yard line. So they're going to give him about 4.5, maybe 5 on the play and call it second down and about 5.5 for the first down. Ball spotted right on the 49-yard line of the Wildcats. 4 teams came in here tonight leading the region with 1 win apiece. And the handoff to the back coming around the left side. He's going to be hit as he fights his way across the 50, gets it into Packer territory at about the 48-yard line. He has to get to about the 45 of the Packers for the first down, so he's going to bring up a third down play. Now, Keel McMullen, young man on the carry, stopped by Pat Mansfield. Bring up about third down and a long 2 for the first down.
But there's also an important game being played between Tift and Coffee tonight, and we're apologize for not being able to get you a score on that game.
Third down for the Wildcats. It falls on the ground as it fumbled. It's bouncing around, but it looks like the Wildcats recovered it as it bounced in there and bounced back in the backfield. And one of the running backs fell on it to recover it for Valdosta Wildcats. Nakia McMullen recovered, but it's going to bring up 4th down for the Wildcats as it's spotted back now at the Wildcat 49-yard line. And Devane will be coming on to punt it away for the Wildcats as we see Cliff Henry and Dexter Polite back standing about their own 15 to receive. That shift Valdosta, they don't want to do it anymore. It doesn't fool anybody, and they don't even really get into it wholeheartedly anymore. Here's a snap and the kick, high kick, call for a fair catch down here around the 19. And Cliff Henry makes it. So, 5 minutes and 39 seconds to go in this ball game. He started, and he's been playing there all night long. And he's back out there now. Going back to pass. Look at, here comes pressure. He fumbles it. Let's see if he can get out of bounds before they recover it. Let's see what they call here.
Out of bounds.
Packer ball. Woo! They tackled Merritt again, and the ball came loose about 15 yards away from the sideline, and it started bounding, and Valdosta trying to get on it, but it got out of bounds before they got there, so the Packers dodged a bullet there. They'd have had it back deep in Packer territory again. So the ball now spotted at the 10-yard line. It's a loss of about 8 yards, so it's going to bring up now 2nd down and 18 for the Packers. A bunch. Roberts is on this side as a receiver. The far side is Polite. And handed off to the back, Omar Reed, and he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be tackled about the 9-yard line back there. Loses a yard. Greg Bright and James Stansel, along with Kevin Walker, are out there on the offensive line. Clock winding down, 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the ball game. 3rd down and 19 for the Packers, working from their own 10-yard line. Heath Mott comes wide as a receiver. Dexter Polite wide on the other side. I-backs behind Jeremy Merritt. And on the quick opening to the fullback, and again, bam, he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. No room at all there for Omar Reed, as Peter Falo just put the stop on him. And it's a 4th down play, and the Packers going to have to kick deep in their own territory now. Very little offense on that play as they tried to go twice up the middle on 2nd and 3rd and long. And now Henry will be forced to kick from his own end zone. Here's a snap. And they're coming after him. He gets it off. Ball's going to be coming down at about the 39 on a fair catch called by Jeltz back there, and the offense of Valdosta will be coming back out with now 4 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the ball game. One of those games, Donnie, when you just can't get too excited about it.
Can't get anything going.
You know, it's just one of those games where outside of 3 minutes and 45 seconds, it's been a defensive struggle back and forth, and it's frustrating, really.
Right. The defenses of both teams has played outstandingly well.
Valdosta brings them up again, Everson. 2 receivers far side again. Again to the 2nd back through, and he fights in there and maybe picks up another couple of 3 as he battles his way down to about the 36-yard line of the Colquitt County Packers. David Williams on the carry. He's stopped by Clay Green. Picks up about 3, call it 2nd down and 7. Again, clock just continuing to run. And it looks like the Packers are going to fall to 3-4 on the season. 1-1 in the region, and the Wildcats are going to be 7-0 on the season, 2-0 in the region. Still ranked number 1 in the state, number 1 in the nation. Going back to pass Everson. Here comes pressure. He's hit just as he releases. Has a man back there. Intercepted. That was intercepted back there by Tony Davis at about the 11-yard line. Shot on Steve Everson just about the time he was releasing. And I tell you what, I bet you young Jeremy Merritt will have some bruises tonight and be glad when this thing's over with, because that young man took some shots early in this ball game. Cliff Henry's in at quarterback. Cliff hands off to the 1st back through, and he gets it up to about the 15. So he picks up about a couple of yards on the play, 3 yards on the play. Let's call it 2nd down and 7. So for the first time this year, we've seen a new quarterback in as Cliff Henry's come in to play quarterback. Dexter Polite's bringing the play in from the sideline. Gives it to Cliff as we see Heath Mott coming out. See if we got anybody else new in there. Don't think we do. Dexter Polite coming to this side. Tony DeRosso to the other side's receivers. Omar Reed, fullback. Sharon Roberts, your tailback. And they take the ball, give it to Omar Reed, and it's fumbled, and the ball's loose, and Valdosta may have it. And they do have it at the Packer 14-yard line. Carl Thomas recovers. So with 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go, the Packer early in the 17-0. And now the defense has got to step up again and try to hold them here. Looks like Valdosta is going to call a timeout. We'll pause for 60 seconds.
Service from Ken Isaac's Paint and Body Shop, and they'll call and they'll be on their way to assist you. They offer 24-hour wrecker service, and for all of your paint and body needs, contact Ricky Griffin and his staff at Ken Isaac's Paint and Body Shop in
Kevin Lahell made the stop on it, and his first and goal for the Packers one. Moving left, looking to start moving in the end zone. Touchdown there, left. Looked like he dropped it from there, but the referee said no, he correct. And so they put 6 on the board, and they put right there. But it's 4-5 in the touchdown. Pretty quite enough of Valdosta. And now they'll take the 21st point now. So, the football order, man, you just see.
Diamonds in all shapes, cuts, and sizes. Choose from over 5,000.
Against a good football team and win. Alan Sanderson set to kick off. Sharon Roberts, the deep back. Lavatsky King on the far side. Dexter Polite also back. Here's the kick. High kick coming down. Lavatsky King's going to take it on the far side. It fumbles it. Now Sharon Roberts picks it up. He's out to 15 across the 20. Fights up to about the 25-yard line, and everybody's on the ground out there. Clock inside 2 minutes. Minute 55 seconds to go. And the Packer offense again will come back out. Let's see if Cliff Henry will still be your quarterback, and he is. As Cliff Henry brings his troops back out now, Jeremy Merritt getting a breather the rest of the night. Tony DeRosso is going to be a receiver on the near side. Far side is going to be Heath Mock. Lavatsky King, your fullback. And he gets it, and he gets nothing, as he's going to be sacked right at the 25-yard line. May lose a yard or so on the play. Does lose about a yard, going to be second down and 11. Clock still winding now, minute and 20 seconds to go. Dexter Polite brings the play in to Cliff Henry, who's in substitute quarterback by Jeremy Merritt. Dexter Polite far side, Tony DeRosso near side, Sharon Roberts as your tail. Cliff Henry rolls left, keeps it. Going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards on the play as he fights himself out to about the 27, 28-yard line. Clock now inside a minute. Packers look like they have reconciled themselves, and obviously so. 24-0 down, and let's go ahead and get this thing over with. Try to get ready for the game next week, where we'll be playing Lowndes County.
Be going to Valdosta.
Over in Valdosta. Lowndes County is certainly interested in this game, as they have had 2 region losses, and now the Packers are going to be 1-1. Lowndes playing outside the region tonight at Peach County, but Tift and Coffee are playing, and they're both undefeated in the region. Going back on the draw play, Lavatsky King gets it. Lavatsky fights his way out to about the 32, 33-yard line, and not nearly enough of the first down, as he had to get to about the 37. Tisha Washington made the stop. Clock winding down now. That's probably going to be the last play of the ball game, as the Packers will not get off another one. The Valdosta Wildcats have come to Colquitt County and have defeated our Packers by a score of 24-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds with your wrap-up show.
The word is out. Sullivan Manufactured Housing in Moultrie is the place to buy your new home. Interest rates are an all-time low, and this month we're having a show model liquidation sale. That's right, all the homes that were used in last month's retail show.